Hello everyone, Agion here, another Company Heroes 2 replay. So on the north side, as the austere forces, we have Nyarlathotep. How on earth do you say that? Nyarlathotep 44. So on the south side, as the Soviet player, we have Frost. It sounds a little bit off with the audio quality. Just one moment. Everything just seems fine. Sounds a little bit more scruffly. Oh, I'll just let it go to initial gunfight engagements. Do got dual grenadier opener for the austere player. Not going to be hampered by the slow MG based build for you have reduced mobility, and holy crap, that lag. I'm currently testing out NVIDIA Shadowplay. Hopefully it is a good alternative to OBS. Just trying it out. People say I should try it out. OBS I have having a bit of trouble with recently, and Shadowplay seems like a little bit more efficient with my current setup. You get the engineers over here. Grenadiers right here. We do got the MG now being built up, so he's eyeing for that faster ranged infantry. Actually, there's no tech structure for the Soviet players, so we do got three conscript opener, the potential doctrines Lightning War, which we all know, Spearhead, as well as Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is very lesser known. I think it's one of the free ones, which you get Panzer Tactician, Tactical Movement, Reconnaissance Overflight, Command Tank, and the super close air support. Yeah, I think the that is the anti-tank variant, not the anti-infantry variant. One way to find out as we start seeing through the game. We've got conscripts behind this bush here, grenadiers behind that bush there, grenadiers over here on this field point, and over for the doctrines for the Soviet side. I should probably cover. If I did the other, we've got the assault armor tactics for the IS-2, guard motors, very common, and the guard rifle combined arms tactics. So we could give him conscripts hit the dirt. We do see a bit of a buildup of manpower. He could go ahead and eye for getting medics right now, or another squad of conscripts, or he can get Molotovs and AT grenades. Possibilities. The conscripts are winning out, and it looks like he did a brief fallback, but he was very not worth it. Received a huge volley there. Molotovs actually was the answer. I didn't realize not many people usually go for Molotovs as early. I actually do like going for Molotovs. Actually, give my third conscript squad. I do got the MG42 here. We'll suppress this combat engineer and suppress now the nearby conscripts. And I'm thirsty at the moment. Grenadiers here may be forced back, but the conscripts will be forced to retreat with down 3 members, as well as being suppressed. Conscripts will be building up the sandbags for some heavy cover support, and actually going to use the 4-man squad to capture up instead of the 6-man to allow his 6-man to engage these grenadiers. He could try Uraing to this fence here. And he's currently just capturing up the side area. Overall, nothing too crazy has gone on so far. Well, the Molotovs is relatively uncommon. We do also got some medics coming on out. I usually play 3v3s, and I usually get 3 conscripts and then into a Molotov if I'm going for conscript base play. Molotov's really necessary in order to clear out the garrisons, especially on this map. If you look at it, a lot of garrisons. And boy, does my nose itch. The Grenadier should win out this range, though I think he's behind directional cover, not omnidirectional cover. Well, there's bushes there, so he actually may be affected by the cover. Conscripts will actually hit this cutoff point, but it is currently captured by this route. Pioneers will fail getting the house before the conscripts, will result in them being secured. And we do see a rifle grenade coming out. This could be a nasty rifle grenade. He will do a mass retreat. He actually did a football back, eyeing for his opponent to walk into it. Very good little fallback there. Probably would have been deadly if that were to land. However, MG team will suppress these conscripts. But he won't be cutting off all too much. He already is claiming up the field for his own. And the squad will get pinned down. Mortar team does come on out for the Wehrmacht player. So you will have some indirect fire support. 5th squad of conscripts has been built. I say that's a little bit too much. To me, that just seems a little bit too much, but these guys know what they're doing. He most likely eyeing not for any additional support weapons. In fact, he'd probably just be stalling out for his doctrinal assets. Granted, 2 of them involves 234-85, so you will need to tech up to build those. And the squad will get suppressed down. To me, it just seems like the audio quality is not that good at the moment. I think I did something to change the audio quality, which I need to go back to the main menu to fix it. But I really don't want to stop and cancel this recording right now. Conscripts will move forward. These grenadiers will get overwhelmed. If the models in fact go down, he should be fine. He probably won't lose that squad. He may lose additional model at most. Combat engineers will capture up the munitions, but they will be forced back. No problem, because grenadiers are greater than combat engineers any day of the week. Unless it's the grenadiers down to 1 model, and conscript combat engineers are perhaps trying to burn them alive. We do got some teller mines here, which will be an excellent anti-vehicle option. It will do 1 shot, even up to a T-70 and Su-76. We got some minesweepers here, very necessary versus the Soviet faction, because you have to be very wary of those way overpowered demo charges. I would like to see perhaps more spamming out of flare mines just to help whittle away his opponent. A very efficient mine that is. We got the 222 now out. Do we have any additional? Yes, we do have AT grenades being researched at the moment. Not currently complete. Here, a lot of Urals are coming across the map. We got these. Could see rifle grenade come on out. I was thinking Molotov, but ooh, that's a lot of damage. He falls back very quickly, so he will actually get those guys healed up. These grenadiers will be forced back. They're very low in health. They probably would have lost out these 4 men. We will see a medical bunker being built up now, but it'll be a bit of time before it actually gets upgraded. We do get these conscripts, so they will be forced back. Nothing much you can do against a 222 as well as grenadiers to support it. Mortar team has been only got 1 kill. Hasn't done all too much. It's not facing against indirect fire teams or emplacements, I should say. It doesn't have any MGs or mortars to shoot at, pretty much what I'm trying to say. I do see PPSHs. We do in fact have the lesser seeing guard rifles combined arms tactics, which allows us conscripts to hit the dirt as well get PPSHs as well as guards. If we hadn't built that extra squad of guard or conscripts, perhaps he could have made use of it sooner. We will see an AT grenade out, but there's pioneers here for the repairs. Actually just a bit of a waste of an AT grenade. PPSHs are now out. Veteran C2 is also available in the squad, which increases accuracy, allowing them to really rip apart these squads. Grenadiers will win out at a long-range engagement such as this. And the HMG has been very mobile, hasn't really found a good place to set up and stay for the rest of the game. A lot of good cutoffs by the Soviet player, so he will deny quite a bit of fuel, Currently, the austere player does not have Battle Phase 2 even researched yet, and we do got to attack up over here on the Soviet side to Tier 3, in which he is also building a T-70. That telemine could be crucial. We do have a minesweeper squad on this engineer squad, but the telemine has not been swept. Combat engineers will be forced back once again. You have a Pack 40 here to ward away against the T-70, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And there goes the sandbags to the autocannon fire. I hear Ura. He will in fact get around the MG team. He will be trying to reposition it most likely into this little house. But the thing is, he knows his opponent has Molotovs. Getting inside that house is death. Combat engineers will be forced back, perhaps even wiped out. Machine guns still being chased. Combat engineers are still alive. I hear an AT grenade on the 222, and we do have the T-70 now engaging. Looks like he doesn't have any skins on. No, he has some sort of dark green skin. AT gun will find a hit. So will a Panzerfaust. He needs to get a Molotov onto this AT gun now. He needs to reposition it. He needs to maintain the rotation. But now this is a very lethal range. Very lethal range. Will result in the death of the T-70. The AT gun may get decrewed, but the 222 will be safe from any future death. We do have prioritized fire has been initiated on it, so it will not be automatically firing at the moment.
We are losing a sector.
Conscripts once again will decapture this area, denying additional fuel for the Axis player.
Are securing our territory.
These grenadiers will capture the field and then retreat on back. If you were to place down a couple flare mines, he could have got the wipe.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Still on prioritized fire, that is a little bit oversight. Overall, very good field control by the Soviet player. With 5 squads of conscripts, you can get some very good field control. And not has to say a huge amount of model losses. He's been pulling back his units as they start receiving quite a bit of damage, so he's maintaining the manpower that he really does need. We could see a Su-76 for AT support. He does have this, so he does have some AT. EVSHs are ripping apart these Grenadier squads, not receiving any close range hits. That mortar could have been devastating against that low health squad, but they pull back in time. Could see a rush forward with a Molotov. I think the conscripts are more slotted out to lose while they're in better range. The fight with their weapons, based on the weapon, they're against all 4 rifles versus just up to 3. We'll be deploying up some more mines. Conscripts are rowing forward. They will get the AT grenade off because they do. All snares have a very good range. A little bit too far, in my opinion. Su-76 has come out, so you will have a mobile AT option, as well as some light artillery support through its ability to the indirect fire mode. There is still the Pack 40 still alive, can help ward away any vehicle assault. Does get a direct hit on one of the models, but currently the Grenadiers will win out versus these conscripts, but the reinforcing conscripts will result in a win. We do got the I thought that mortar was going to get a much better hit than I thought it was. Grenadiers will be forced back. MG42 eyeing for some suppression, but he needs to get inside this house. But this house is currently prevented with hopping in there with that barbed wire there.
The enemy is gaining a foothold.
This barrage, not this barrage, but
300 points.
SU. Oh no, that is a Zis barrage. That was the SU-76. Overall, a large miss. Number of craters still smoldering from the. Actually, that is from the SU-76. So I have been getting the placement of those two mixed up. Haven't seen much hit the dirt at the moment. Hit the dirt, of course, does prevent any suppression onto the squad, but of course it needs to be unsuppressed at the time while activating it. And plus, it's not instant cast off, but you can always retreat to cancel it. Like right now, I probably would use hit the dirt on the squad right now. You're trying to separate them out. We will see an AT grenade out. We will see a nice hit from the Zis as well. The Zis is needed reposition to get more closer to the target. SU-76 is trying to respond, trying to snipe that 222. However, it has been spotted. We do got incendiary rounds upon these units. Incendiary rounds does, of course, increase the damage. Overall, I would say largely not worth. Do got some misses now coming on in. Or, SU-76 barrage. But there may be a Panzerfaust coming up on its rear. Oh! Losing that entire squad to his own mine along with the mortar. Oh! Little bit of an oversight right there. I wonder if does not sustain all the friendlies killed. I know the conscripts gain the kills from the created from the flare mines. Replacing a squad of conscripts, he could have got a squad of guards, which are just superior in every way. Even the stock ones are just superior. We'll see a Panzerfaust off. We'll snare the engine. But the Grenadiers won't be able to live for much longer at this range. Pack did move forward, but Macy, oh, get a wipe there, as well as an LMG. He needs to put that LMG onto on PPSH squad and not upgrading all of his conscripts with PPSHs. So he is determining which ones he does and doesn't want. And now this is a very potent conscript squad. You got hit the dirt here. We do actually see it being used. A very good position for it. We do get the MG42 being displaced by the PPSHs. We'll get a couple of models there. A rifle grenade comes out onto a group of 4, but we'll only get one of the models. Mortar. That was a austere mortar hit. Did a bit of additional damage. We do got the command tank now coming out. We do got the lesser seen Blitzkrieg Doctrine. Blitzkrieg Doctrine, of course, does have access to the command tank as well as the Stuka's close air support. The MG's forced off once again. And losing that squad of conscripts is very problematic. He does have a second pack, but he does also have the command tank. So he does have a bit of anti-infantry and anti-tank assets through his support guns. And the command tank can actually fight against these units. We'll receive some repairs there. This rolls a miss. Pack 40 receives a nice hit there. And we do got this MG42 being decrewed, not being reclaimed by the combat engineers. He could have actually claimed that, but he did not. This barrage coming on in rolls some very good damage onto that unit. Oh, very good damage there. And this barrage, very good. We'll be down to the very small amount of health. He may be trying to force fire the MG. Nope, he just has a non-prioritized fire. Consequence of Urod 4, they do have the MG42. He can always hit the dirt if he so chooses. The SU-76 can't receive much more fire. Dex is now decrewed. We may see a snare onto the 222, but he's actually just going to eye get inside this building. MG42 does claim this building for their own, but he's going. Oh, that was a very close wipe. If that would have landed a bit farther forward, he would have got wiped out of the squad because they were so stacked up. The two still looming around the flames, forcing these various consequence squads back. We do got PPSHs here. Squad to upgrade another squad. He has I would say only two. It's just not exactly a good squad to have PPSHs of one that you want to have ranged damage of your conscripts engaging, forcing with the packs. But there is the MG42 still here. Actually, that is not a reclaimed one. The one that's decrewed is still here. We'll see a Molotovs here. No, he won't get the Molotov off, so he's just going to do some long-range fire. There's enough damage on this command tank in order to get a snare, but he does not. He's trying to. He does hit the dirt there right in front of the gun, so he can't be suppressed, doing quite a bit of damage. But it leaves him very vulnerable to be crushed. But he does force the retreat, denying the crushes. He's just a bit exposed to these pioneers. He will be forced back over here. Got grenadiers as well as the 222. I see and hear. Nope, I heard they're welding. Think it was the AT, the artillery piece being built, but in fact is this unit being repaired. But we do have it out anyways. First shot has been fired. This will be an excellent spot. We'll snare the engine there. Rolls a miss. Does a bit of damage, however. Rolls another miss. He has that area zeroed in, but not getting any good hits. is perhaps trying to hit the 152mm artillery piece, the ML20, but there's enough firepower here to ward it away. SU-76 lines up a shot, receives a hit, but the SU-76 rolls a large miss. And this unit's very low in health, so this area is quite exposed. We do, in fact, have the 18 grenade coming out, destroys the 222. And we got now the command tank needs to start falling back. One AT grenade and one more shot. Now one more AT grenade may result in the death of it. But the two AT guns here trying to force fire the ground, rolls a couple misses. It just force fire the ground. He won't be able to get that. Will not be able to claim the command tank. I would like to see perhaps some sort of tech up. He does not have his structure. Does he even have? Let's click on that. Does have battle phase 2, so I would like to see the tech structure for it soon. Perhaps get a Panzer IV. Finds another AT mine the good old-fashioned way. Looks like this MG team has been reclaimed. We do have a squad of Panzer Grenadiers coming out. That is a very good option. It really does fight out those PPSHs much better, assuming he runs towards him, doing quite a bit of medium to long range damage. Mid to long range damage. We'll see Ura forward. PPSHs, especially at Veteran State 3, are devastating. He will initiate hit the dirt as well, but he actually retreats back. He could actually Molotov. He could actually probably would have won that out. He could have just walked back a little bit and engaged from mid-range. SU-76 fully repaired. Is it actually not fully repaired? It has a little bit of scratches still. Finds a barrage on in. We'll roll some misses. Artillery piece rolling some hits as well. Rolling some shots, not hits. Rolling a bunch of misses at the moment. Has not claimed a single kill, and hasn't even got a good hit. We see Ura into the house, but there's only one window from that direction. He has to be very careful. This point being reclaimed. There's an MG team here, so he will need to send armored support or indirect fire support in order to displace it. This game can still go either way. I saw a big fuel expenditure there. Upgrading the battle phase 3, that is very bold. AT grenade does, well, rifle grenade does come in onto the Zis, needs to fall it back, perhaps even to prevent it from being lost. You could always merge these three members from the squad. Tickets are heavily in favor of the currently still the Soviet player at 463 versus the 168. So while he's not exactly the best position at the moment, he has plenty of time to get into a very good position. Ooh, this two-man squad is very vulnerable. Rolls a miss there. Just needs 2 shots away from death. The ML-20 is coming in, displacing the AT gun. Eyeing to hit this unit. Ooh. Was that friendly fire? Oh, never mind. I saw something hit there. I thought that was wiping out an infantry squad. We do got the mortar team receiving quite a bit of fire. He currently hit the ground, so he won't receive any suppression. Oh, but a nice down round with the short main gun with the pack there. Result the death of the Su-76. And now it is abandoned. Which means he can reclaim it. He has pioneers here. Repair it up. He did lose his pack as well as the mortar team, but he needs to get some pioneers here to repair up this Su-76. He can't claim it. There's nothing here to contest it. The ML-20 is a little bit off cooldown in order to destroy it. We got a large assault over here, but Panzer Grenadiers will force him away. They did, and so well as the MG42 team is still up as well. He's still not. It's abandoned. You can still claim it. It's currently repositioned somewhere else. Maybe he forgot exactly where it went down. He's launching barrage. The scatter may be large enough to hit this. But this is going to be very problematic if he actually reclaims that. We got Molotov coming on out. He will get out of the way. Macy hit the dirt. He will burn one of his own members as well. Ooh. Got scorched by that flame a little bit. He can claim that. I just say, get the pioneers there to reclaim it now. He has 5 models there, which means he can repair it up, then jump in. No flamer here, so he can't stall out for the flamer upgrade to complete to burn out the building. But still hasn't touched it. Hit the dirt is very problematic for this MG team. With the LMG42, he has quite a bit of defense firepower versus the MG42. The primary damage of these MG teams is the suppression, and able to pin down infantry without fear of reprisal. With this rate, no. He gets taken out from the front thanks to hit the dirt. We got a loiter here from this. It is not the anti-vehicle loiter. It is the suppression loiter. Actually, no. This is not so close air support. That is a Soviet loiter. Oh, looks like that does in fact go down. Most likely to this AT gun. But it is actually a Soviet loiter. No wonder its placement. I thought it was some odd reason it was Ju-7, but no. It is the Somervik. I hear the artillery barrage eyeing his own members. You see, T-34-76 is now out on the field. This is so you will fight medium tanks with medium tanks. Now this close air support loader does have a very good opportunity to take it out. I mean, it's very effective versus almost anything allied, excluding the heavy tanks. Even then, they'll have all the sun crits, so it's even effective versus that. You got the T-34 now moving forward, but Raw finds that telemine that we noted in the earliest parts of the game. Now, the Pack-4 tried to line up, but this was no longer in range. You could try rushing it down, rolls a couple misses there. The Vet 2 armored skirt, he is very resilient. There is a TM-35 mine there. He's going to try to, but we'll lose it to the command tank.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles. We have a new T-34 standing by.
Oh yeah, look at this field build up. He better be investing in the tanks. He might as well not reinforce his squad. He does not have the manpower to reinforce and spend all of his fuel. I think I hear artillery going in the base.
Forces are capturing our supplies.
We got the Panzer IV forcing with combat engineers. The triple cap is in favor of the Soviet player, and the Axis player does not have a whole lot of tickets to play around with.
100 points remaining.
Did not claim that MG42 team. That is a little bit of an oversight. If he would have claimed that up, he would have a very potent suppression platform. Panzerfaust will come through, but it will not snare the engine.
Taking what we have secured.
Do get the Zis now lined on up. He's trying to body block it away. Will result. We do got super close air support now coming on in. He does have Panzer Tactician, but no, he does not have enough munitions for it. And the command tank will just barely gets away.
Vehicle has been lost in the debris.
Thanks to that, both sides having a main gun destroyed. And suppression will continue onto these conscripts with the MG42. Sturmpanzer Brumbar coming on out? I like seeing unusual, but this is very unusual to see a Brumbar without any other medium tank already on out. Granted, there are two packs. He has taken out, and he has narrowed down what Doctrine's opponent's going at. So this is a very safe option. The Brumbar is also excellent versus Su-76s. Ooh! Hit the dirt will result in that Panzer Grenadier getting forced away, almost getting wiped. I was saying he knows what Doctrine's opponent's going has. So he doesn't have to worry about any heavy asset. And the Brumbar is excellent even versus Su-85s and T-34-76s. So that is going to be a monstrosity to deal with. But it, of course, does not have a turret, which is its own weakness. Looks like he does manage to wipe out one of the AT guns. It's also severely damaged. Combat engineers will actually get the upper hand in that engagement. He doesn't really need a pintle mount. He could just save up his munitions for other things as well, such as Panzerfaust. Did not activate hit the dirt in time. This squad is in hit the dirt.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. Retreat! The enemy has 75 points remaining. T-34 ready for combat.
T-34 is now moving on forward. And, well, he really needs an Su-85 to deal with this Brumbar. But of course, he actually does know about it. He could cancel it if he so chooses. But T-34 spam's quite good. Assuming you can remove those AT guns first. Which he does have an artillery piece to do that. Only the this 18 gun has not been recruited, so there is a bit of a loss in AT tank assets. We do also this pack gun being overwhelmed or rolled around. We do got the Stormovik close air support coming forward now. huge amount of damage on that Grenadier Squad. We'll manage to get away. We'll see an AT grenade. Actually, no, possibility anyways. Rolling bounce after bounce. He better not go for an AT grenade. He knows he won't penetrate it. He's actually going for a Molotov, but it does some sort of bug where there's infinite aiming. We'll destroy that off that AT gun. That's actually quite important. Both squads will be forced back. You guys snare on this engine, maybe an AT grenade. The T-34 can roll over to his general direction. He's keeping behind the house, a very good placement. He's trying to move forward the Bombard or the Gauge T-34. He's trying to circle it now, but receives a nice hit right there. Oop, there goes the Panzer IV. Now all remains is this T-34-76 with very low health. Do got another one coming on out. Very good option. The tick is still counting in favor of the Axis player, or Soviet player I should say, and counting down fast. With only 60 points left, he doesn't have all too much. The Brumbar is a very good option, but losing that, giving that LMG away, losing that MG team early on, been all series of problems for him. Now, with 2 tanks now out, that is very problematic for the Brumbar. So he needs a bit more manpower to get a 3rd one out, and 4th. He has enough one for a 5th as well. By the time that one comes out, he'll have enough fuel for a 6th one. And perhaps a 7th. In other words, he has plenty of fuel for the rest of the game. I think the reason why he didn't go for guards is just to utilize the hit the dirt ability. Multiple bounces, the Brumbar is very, very resilient. However, these PPSs will make short work of these support weapons. The Brumbar is here to support, but he will lose that one. Could try crushing these squads. They're very close to the building, so they're very vulnerable to being crushed. We'll see a Panzerfaust. We'll see a penetrating hit there and result of the engine damage, but there's nothing here to finish it off. The Brumbar can get some hits in, but with 2 of them there, he's actually received quite a bit of fire himself. Do got a 1-star veterancy for the Sturmpanzer. Trying to rush forward in order to gain capture the VP, but he's down to 30 tickets. 2 T-34s is very problematic for him. Conscripts will flank the MG, but he'll probably just force away. I don't think he will actually lose it. Force away is all you need. He can capture up that point once it's forced away. Actually, oh, there's an MG bunker here. Panzerfaust will connect, snaring the engine. With 2 tanks here and very good amount of presence, he won't be able to force his way through anytime. He has enough manpower for another T-34. Oh, that's very dangerous to get that close. They're wiped. Trying to eye to hitting the Zisk, but it resulted in getting too close. Multiple squads are going down now. The Brumbar is not receiving any repairs. And looks like the Austria player has surrendered. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.